Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, nothing that says something that we go, I don't know who that is. Um, Hi everybody, welcome to our Thursday book celebration. I'm Malika Albrecht and founding editor of Redheaded Stepchild, and lucky enough to be doing these book celebrations for over 6 years now, which is pretty amazing.
Wow.
Um, yes, I know. We have been together through hundreds of these now. Amazing celebrations with so many writers across the country and across the world. Because we also had a New Zealand musician, jazz musician. That was fun. And a couple other things like that. But today we're very lucky that Serena Fusek is a Virginia poet, and I heard about her in the Virginia Poetry Society's newsletter. And so we were lucky enough to, when I reached out to her, she said, "Yes, I'll do that." Um, so this is her fourth full-length poetry collection, A Muddle and a Miracle, and it was with Wilder Perspective Press. I do have a link in the chat section. If you don't have it, you may purchase it. In addition to that book, she also has Alphabet of Foxes, love the title, which was San Francisco Bay Press, Ancient Maps and a Tarot Pack. I hope you're going to read a tarot poem, Karen. And that book won the Bitter Oleander Poetry Library Award in 2018. And then Heartwood Dreams of Blossoms, which again was Wider Perspective Presses, which came out 2 years ago. I'm not going to give too much of a bio because we want to turn it right over to Serena so we can hear her read. I want to remind everybody to mute while she is reading. And Serena, thank you so much for being willing to come. Make sure you unmute. I'm going to send a reminder. Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yes, that's perfect.
Oh, good, good. So what I'm going to do is read mostly from my new book, pardon me, which is A Muddle and a Miracle. But I also have a couple from my previous book, Heartwood Dreams of Blossoms. Start with the first poem, Dancing with Shadows. And the epigraphs are, poetry is an echo asking a shadow to dance. That's by Carl Sandburg. Poetry is ghost language, and that's by the Southwestern poet Tony Moffat. Pardon me. 1. I spent my life with echoes, dancing with the shadows of ghosts. The ghosts are me, the ghost is mine, and I am the medium that transcribes their messages to the book. 2. Poetry is the shadow on the wall left behind when the dancer whirled out of the light. It is what remains when everyone, even the host, has gone home. The book jumbled among the empty glasses, dirty plates, the wine stains. Poetry is the salt left on the napkin where the tears dried. 3. Poetry is whispers from the moon, directions from the star, dictation from the stars, transmissions from the galaxies. I'm sorry, let me start that third section again. Poetry is whispers from the moon, dictation from the stars, transmissions from the galaxies, heard through the speakers of an unplugged radio at midnight. Poetry is written in Enochian, no matter what language is on the page. Poetry is the shriek of madness from the hidden family member locked in the attic or chained in the basement. We don't hear her sobbing, we don't hear him screaming, but their voices appear on the page. Poetry is the voice of the man without a tongue, singing. Enochian is supposedly the language of the angels. Mindful. On the pond's bank, sit still as the egret. Let gnats and mosquitoes swarm until they grow bored. Let your eyes become water through which light passes easily as fish. Let the trees, bark and leaf, climb of ivy, tangle of honeysuckle, slide through your vision. See the yellow flower, spy the tiny orchid nestled among leaf mold. Then the hawk materializes on the branch. You find the deer child hidden in the thicket. The raccoon slips to water washes its clever paws as you watch, and small brown sparrows flitting through last year's brown leaves lose their invisibility. You see the eyes, leaf green, hawk gold, soft as the does, watching you. The next two poems go together. Wind. The epigraph is from Dave Smith, who was a Virginia poet. I think of my father's whistle, ways it called the sundered shadows of family into the house. My father's whistle, shrilled around two fingers to ascend Route 28's traffic din and snare our ears 2 backyards away, does not echo down the years. It's gone with the body that blew with the house he whistled us home to. What remains is the air that passed through his lungs. John, get that, please. Yoga, just breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Exhale the warmth in my lungs, the pain in my hip, the beat of my heart, its red fire. Inhale the air exhaled by wolf, by egret, by the friend I've yet to meet, by the woman on the mat beside me. Exhale, my life leaks into the world, returns on the inhalation, rich with the spices and perfumes of the sun's heat, the wind's spirit, the breath from the tiny lungs of the singing bird. From me to the deer, the ant, the mother in Afghanistan, the child soldier in Africa. Back to me, from the mouse in the cupboard, the raccoon raiding the feeder, the lovers across town. This air, my father whistled a lifetime ago to call me home. Okay, this poem is called Handy. I read a theory somewhere that our hand evolved before our brain, and the evolution of our hand prompted our brain to grow and evolve so that it could actually use the hand as best as it could, use it to its best ability. Handy. Hand and brain evolved together. Hand grew nimble, brain grew larger and invented tools. The brain instructs. The hand grasps the tools, tightens the bolt, carves the wooden block into a toy horse, pounds the nail that builds the house. The ballpoint skates across the page, guided by small movements of the wrist where its pulse jumps. It draws the loop, the swirls, curls into the words of the poem, celebrating the hand. From the secret mazes of the mind, hand makes the world. I've lost a page.
It happens. Take your time. I was just noticing some of us are writing the same sentence at the exact time that we resonated with. Laura, that's been several times in a row. That's awesome.
Yes.
All the reasons. This is actually the title is in this poem. All the reasons. Why? Because the world is round, but my heart is a closed fist. Because you are a dream, elusive as a fox, a flash of auburn vanishing into the brambles. Because my heart is a fist with scarred knuckles. Because my fist trembles. Because the bus is coming and I want to miss it. Because you put your child on the school bus and don't know if you'll get them back. Because the rain is always followed by the sun. Because if there is no rain, the earth cracks, and so do our lips. Because I never wanted to be nice. I wanted to be interesting. Because the world is a what and a why, and where is God, and do the stars really sing? What do they sing? Because questions are the world's glory, and mystery is the true name of God. Because my favorite word is joy, but a crow peers through my eyes, and his shriek echoes through my skull. because the blind angel watches the spot where my grave will be, because my heart is a fist with scarred knuckles that ache in the rain, because the marsh is empty and the sun lies on the water like a steel door, because my heart is a fist with knuckles that bleed through the scars, because the world is a muddle and a miracle, because we humans are flawed creatures, but dogs love us, because the word mystery with all its whys has the question lurking inside it, because it is raining and my muscles and my knuckles ache. Two short ones. Night on Skyline Drive. As I was explained, I'm from Virginia. Skyline Drive is part of our landscape. Night on Skyline Drive. Blake said angels at night passed through fields where by days lambs had nibbled. And the song says, spirit is moving all over the land. On Skyline Drive, starlight walks the ridges, and the moon whispers down the white line of road wrapped around mountain curves. The owl's call falls down tremolos of air, and the dark breathes through the lungs of the deer. Inside their veils. Rain fell through the April night. On the maple, on the redbuds, the tender new leaves reached out like the hands of children, cradled each raindrop. In the dark, the trees shimmered inside their veils of rain. My angels are Rilkean. And, Rilke said that all angels are terrifying. Invocation to the angels. Angels of vengeance, give me your wrath. Angels of waste places, scour me clean as Sahara sands. Angel of fire, fill me with your fury. Angel of fury, wrap me in your fire. Angel of revelation, the streets burn. Who will quench the flames? Will anyone plant flowers in the ashes? Angel of tribulation, you live as close to me as my skin and breath. Angel of storms, I whistle you down. Fill me with your power. Tear up the flowers, smash life's tree. Angel of silence, teach me to scream so loud, so high, that the world cracks like crystal glass. Angel of death, I spit in your eyeless sockets. Angel of Armageddon, your 4 horsemen ride through my bones along the roads of my nerves, and I am become death. Because the angel of joy, the angel of light, left the land in darkness, lit by incendiary bullets, by the hidden fires of refugees, low watt lamps behind blackout curtains. Angel of sanctuary, why have you locked your doors? Angel of the cemetery gates, shelter me behind your iron bars, where stone angels with sightless eyes will wrap their wings around me. On the other hand, there are angels for everything. Every star has its angel, all kinds of things that go on in our lives that supposedly have angels. But there is no angel of music, because angels are music. God didn't speak the first word. He sang it in B flat, and the stars appeared in the angels. The stars still hum that first note. Angels, however, became entire choirs, complete symphonies. As carbon life forms are held together by electrical current, angels are held together by song. The big steel ears hear the B flat hum of the stars. Stars are radioactive. Are angels? Is radiation a form of music? The Webb telescope, they say, will be able to see back to the very beginning. But will it hear that first note, that trumpet blast, that exhale that woke possibility and made it real? Will the Webb find heaven? Is it out there anywhere? Or is our idea of heaven the piece of song inside us? Van Gogh painted Starry Night, in which the stars are presences, mad as royal of angels. He also cut off his ear, because maybe humans should not hear angel song. Scripture. In the abandoned church, the congregation dwindled, the preacher died. The mice chew up the Bibles to make nests. In the beginning, a litter of mice is born among the pages of Genesis. And from Heartwood Dreams of Blossoms, the moon is not a balloon. And this came from a very old poem that I found in a woman's magazine back in the days when people actually published poems in regular magazines. The moon is not a balloon. The moon is not a balloon. The moon is not a glass of champagne drunk with a lover. The moon is not a ball the dog star chases. The waning moon is not a cookie nibbled by a peckish god. The moon is not a pale rose or a white peony, though perhaps those flowers chose their forms to reflect its beauty. The crescent moon is not a boat sailing the night, or a cradle, or even a crescent. Squint, the rest is there. It is not a sacred chalice, or the night's jeweled hatpin, or a cat's eyes. A blank stone in the belly of night, the moon reflects our dreams. Voices in the dark. I dedicate this to a local poet, Flo Martin, who liked it very much. She has since passed. Voices in the dusk. Those July evenings after supper, the air finally cool enough to drag through the lungs, and from the front stoop, voices float into the dusk, telling the old tales, forming new stories from current gossip, arguing, but gently, because the light is soft, about cars, politics, cats versus dogs, the best beer. The children, growing tired of bikes and fireflies, settle beside the adults, listen. All those old conversations, all those minor dramas, even the politics that once mattered, forgotten. What remains is the memory of sitting on the front steps as the dark drew around, as if called from the cold silence of space by voices floating in the dusk. I'm going to close with this one. I wrote this at the very beginning of the COVID. It was before they actually locked us down, but when it was still, the lockdown was going on in China. Even if behind clouds, rise in the morning and bow to the sun. Rise in the morning with praise on the lips, because here is another day. Rise in the morning and call on the names of all you love. Rise singing, even if the heart is swollen with sorrow like an overflowing sack. Let the wall of grief be swept from your mouth into a song. The wail of grief. Rise in the morning into the sun, though your eyes were open all night, though your head is foggy with the need for sleep. And be joyful, for this is the day, and who knows how many more there will be that you've been given. And somewhere, even if behind thick clouds, the sun shines. Thank you.
Y'all can unmute. Serena, that was awesome. You're going to enjoy when you see the chat section. You really are.
Oh, dear.
No, there were just so many lines that resonated at the same time. And Laura and I were on like a twinning episode for
I couldn't
love
type fast
all of
enough.
that poetry.
Ugh.
First, I changed the setting on my mic. Is that better?
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
good.
we're not hearing the echo.
Yeah.
No
Nice.
echo. I finally figured it out. This is
Yay!
taking forever. Serena, that was you hit the ball right out of the park.
Yeah,
I love
you.
those poems.
amazing. I was coming out of my chair with almost every single poem. I'm just like, I'm flailing around here. Just, oh my gosh, so good. Just
Thank
so
you.
beautiful. Oh,
Think what I
Uh,
love
I
is the wealth of information that you come from with different like philosophy, nature, science, and there's a melding of a lot of different things, but then there's this sharp wit, a little spicy, that I love when that came out. I adored it, because there was a clear thread of someone I would have listened to talk about just anything. Like,
right. Yeah. 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 There was like every poem, the speaker, the voice had authority. It was like such authority and just beautiful language. Oh,
mhm, very
mm,
beautiful language. Good use of like sonic echo and some slant rhymes, and just it was lovely. It was well built.
mm. I cannot wait to
Uh,
see these poems on the page. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh.
yeah, curiosity for how it looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does
Well,
anybody have any questions for Serena about maybe her process or how she created this book?
hmm.
Christy looked like she had a question,
I
Purple
Yeah,
Lady.
that's what I was
just,
gonna say.
I
Go
had
go
so
for it.
many, I had so many things I wanted to type, and I finally just stopped typing and just froze and just listened. You are a master at refrain. I just loved it. I have not gotten there in my poetry yet where I can work that in quite as smoothly, but that was amazing.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what helped amazingly enough was I taught poetry for 8 years in lifelong learning to
Oh,
Oh, wow.
seniors. And I could see as I was talking to them where my poems were falling through. And so it helped me by teaching to become a better poet.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I guess maybe that's what we all need to do is teach.
Well, I
That's good
think that
advice.
that's a fabulous thing to say, and you think about the attention that ear and trying to guide someone, you do start to question, is this poem built entirely the way I want it? Is it saying exactly what I want to say? But that's interesting. That's beautiful. I love hearing that, because you hope that our teachers who have been so generous teaching us poetry, that they get a benefit out of it too. And so now I'm going to trust that does happen. That does
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I love that. Serena, I did not read your bio yet because my life is spinning out of control. But is this one of many? Is this a recent book that's one of many, or is this like your masterpiece book, or
No,
what
it's
are we dealing with here tonight?
no, it's actually not my masterpiece book. It's just my fourth book.
Oh,
Um,
just your fourth verse.
these two, the actually Heartwood Dreams of Blossoms and A Muddle and A Miracle, were within like the last 3 years. Let me see, I put Heartwood Dreams of Blossoms together during the pandemic,
Mm.
and uh, the new one came after the pandemic, but they're sort of mates. The
Okay.
other two were previous to that. And I think I didn't read from them. I don't know whether the poems would be they might be as interesting. I'm not sure the language is as good.
Oh,
I didn't read the whole thing on purpose, Serena's bio, because I knew, Karen, you actually will love all the rest that I had access to. So, since the late 1970s, she has published in a wide variety of little and literary magazines. In 1990, her chapbook, The Color of Poison, won the Slipstream Poetry Prize. She still has copies of this book if anyone's interested. In addition to writing, she is a teacher, editor, amateur photographer. She loves cats, foxes, crows, and ravens, roses for their dangerous, transient beauty, and abandoned buildings that are falling into ruin. Cracked teacups, faded shawls, all that is old, secondhand, and has a history fill her imagination and spill into her poems. She doesn't trust angels, but is drawn to them. Yes, and I could go on because it's a poem itself, right?
Oh my
Um,
gosh,
yeah.
But I
that's
wanted
the
you to be
best bio
surprised.
ever.
I wanted you to be surprised. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
because I knew we were in for a treat. I just wanted to have it be like, wait, oh, it's awesome.
It's a
So,
great
any other
bio.
thoughts or things that you want to reflect? Yeah, it's a great bio.
Mm.
And I think it's worth, it works.
one of your books that you, is there a particular book that you read from the most tonight? Because I would like to buy one, and I'd like to buy
It
that
was
one.
A Muddle and a Miracle was the one that I took most of the poems from, and that's the latest one. And you could get that on Amazon
Oh, good.
or from book
In the
or from
chat.
Barnes and Noble.
What's it in?
A Muddle
Sure.
and a Miracle. I don't know if
Muddle
you
and
see it.
There's the link.
Yep, I just put the
Okay.
link in there, Cal,
Oh,
and that will
great.
Oh,
take you to the book. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Serena, for powering through my initial confusion with how Zoom looks so strange and wowing us with poems. That was just fabulous.
That's sort of my experience with Zoom. Is there's always a some kind of mix up or confusion or a problem or yeah.
It's so crazy, isn't
Well,
it? You would
6
think.
years of using this from the pandemic onward, you'd think we'd be masters.
Okay, that's
I
Well, if they
know.
quit
I have said
changing it,
that.
we do math,
what I kept
and then,
thinking.
and then you get on and it's surprise, we've
Yay,
shuffled
something
things up.
new.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I felt if you had asked me, a month ago, I'd been like, no, they're not changing it as often, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. But today was just disoriented.
No, that
It's
it's just
disoriented. So,
every time. It's just
oh
like
my
it's just an adventure every time you click on Zoom. It's like, what
I have
truly.
to say that I wonder if I like the poem so much because my parents went to the Skyline Drive for their honeymoon.
ah
Yeah.
Gotta
it's
put
in you,
on
Cal.
But I was born too much later to
Yeah.
have been conceived there. I
Okay.
had to look at that. I had to figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is a beautiful area.
I
Yes,
don't
it
know
is.
when I've heard
Let's
more
move
music.
to open mic.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I think the musicality of the poems is, another layer of what made it such a pleasure to hear them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to turn to open mic,
Malika.
and I have Karen.
Oh, I'm first. You're breaking up, Malika. Just a little bit. Am
I
I
think
first?
it's my internet. I don't know what I noticed. It started doing glitchy. Yes, ma'am. You are.
Okay, I'm up first. Okay,
You're
so
first.
okay, I just grabbed a tarot poem because you told me that's what I needed to do. And I hope y'all haven't heard this. You might have, but here it is again then if you've heard it before. This is Communing with the Six of Fire. I think at least I've edited it. If I have read it before, it should be a little newer. Anyway, okay. Communing with the Six of Fire. Bergamot scenting the golden shine of this morning's dancing sun, light, as a very small fairy has hitched a glide on a breeze past my sunroom windows. Just now could be its own sentence, is. And you're likely thinking some of this just isn't so, but it is. So, candles celebrate this day. You can see they're applauding the card I've pulled from the gift of Tegan Michael Turner's Epic Journey Tarot deck. dandelion seeds on breezes or fairies outside my sunroom windows as I'm communing with the Six of Fire card I've pulled with delight in its welcoming pathways so neatly lined with bricks which hug all of the lush of the all of the shades of the all of the greens of this garden so punctuated by such joyful red exclamations of poppies on this card, or such colorful bouquets of balloons, or celebrating both me and my journeying into the gracious geometries of this pathway, where a grand stony arch awaits my almost arriving at the welcoming castle. With my vision rising upward toward turrets where colorful buntings are waving me on, and a single yellow balloon is drifting away. Always the yellow balloon from the Washington, D.C. Zoo when I was 5, when I couldn't stop crying for the bear pacing back and forth, the black bear. But this is a new yellow balloon celebrating my arriving. This balloon rising up, not out of, but into the figurative blue, into the figurative embrace of sky, which is infinite. And I am here, almost home in my journey, almost home in myself. And this deck, which my sister bought in person from its creator for me as a gift, arrived with a single word note addressed to me and handwritten by the deck's creator. Bless. The message has arrived. My journey already a blessing. There you go.
That's gorgeous.
Yes, I liked that.
I love it. And
Okay.
yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah, that
I felt like you two would have a simpatico, just an intuitive connection.
I think so, yes.
I'm really glad you put that one.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm glad you're glad. I hope y'all liked that.
Did. I didn't remember it though, so I don't know if you had read it or if you revised it, but I think
Oh, good.
think you
Laura's
remember.
shaking her
I
head.
didn't remember it.
I didn't
No.
She didn't
remember this one.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh,
Something I
yes.
heard.
Okay. Yay. What are the odds of that? We've listened to so many of each other's poems. Okay,
I
great.
have a feeling you have like stacks of those behind you. I'm convinced of it.
She does.
Stacks of poems or tarot cards. I have stacks
Tarot
of both.
cards.
Poems. Yes, you have stacks of both. That's what I think.
Yeah, I do. I have stacks of yes, stacks of both. Lots of. I'm surrounded by stacks of many things.
Stacks of many things. I love it. Thank you, Karen. Chrissy, I
Thank
have you
you.
next.
Okay, I'm going to apologize to y'all because some of y'all have heard this poem already, but it got published last month in public school poetry. So I want to read this one tonight. And as y'all know, I had to fire an attendant last year. Best decision ever made. Still happy. Mary Oliver's Wild Geese, hymn a hallelujah. I am not a bad seed. Your prescribed preschoolery will not bring me to my knees. I should not have to toil beyond the already binding confinement of my wheelchair. I have no need to repent. I swam a mile and crawled the ever-expanding landscape that is my entire heart, because I know this soft animal of my inconvenient body is human. My body is me. I have learned to love me. My worth is more than the warring, free to piss and roam dogs with which you hold court. My despair is your lack of humanity. Yours is having to feign consideration for the clock, discounting urine that runs down my legs and onto the kitchen floor. Meanwhile, Oliver's geese soar and sing my release. You are lonely because you cannot imagine a world, someone else. Meanwhile, the sun streams ribbons of light through my tiny kitchen window, illuminates my stains, and still shines on my face. I announce your exile from my rightful place, carved in peace. Thank you.
Powerful.
Awesome, Christy.
Yes, very powerful.
Thank you.
Mhm. I love the still shines on my face. That's just such a great place to land. That poem, powerful poem.
Thank
Hmm.
you.
I'm glad it got published. That makes me happy. Cal, and then I have Bob.
Okay. This one is from my first book. And it's about it's one of my Jack Kerouac poems.
Cool.
I enjoy writing about him, and it has an epigraph by one of my friends who said something at kind of looking off in the distance after the Friday Noon Poets group, which is familiar to people around Researcher Triangle Park. And he said this epigraph, and the poem is called A Foggy Road. The epigraph is, what all humans have in common is what they don't know. And
Yep.
he's a physicist named Angelo Aurelio Soldi. The Chinese philosopher Chuang Tzu wondered if his whole life had been nothing but a dream. I met Jack Kerouac, picked him up hitching in the midst of I-40. He said life is benzodrine and booze, a hot caddy and a cool chick. But if you don't write it down, man, did it happen. One of us got out later. The car kept going. Thank you.
Thank you, Cal. I don't think I'd heard that one before.
I haven't either.
I love that
Yeah.
poem.
Yep. It was
I'm sorry, you
awesome.
don't think you have? Or you have?
No, had
I
not.
had to hurry.
I
I
don't
had to
think
get
so.
something fast because
Drive, he said.
Karen called me at 3 minutes to 7.
To remind you.
And I had actually looked all over for the event page for this, and I never found it. So Karen is a great
Sometimes,
reminder.
yeah, that's awesome. I loved hearing for that for so many things. But what I found, Cal, is if I put in book celebration, oftentimes it comes up for events.
Yeah.
Just for future reference, because sometimes I have to quickly find it on Facebook to send it to somebody. So I'm glad that you were here. That was awesome. And we get to
Usually,
hear Bob.
usually if I'm on Facebook, they just sort of pop into the feed, and I immediately say going, and then I get information.
Never see it again.
That doesn't
No,
happen
right?
the first time.
I think Facebook is like Zoom. They keep jacking it up and nothing works the way
Yes.
from week to week that it used to. Yeah, because my feed, it's not giving me any events anymore. I have to just like put keywords in and hope for the best. They don't show
Yeah,
up.
see, that's what I
My
was gonna say.
youngest
My
son
events
said,
disappeared.
Yeah.
my youngest son told me today that if I wanted to get anywhere faster with my magazine that I acquire that Karen knows about, called Visions International Arts, I should stop scrolling on Facebook and get active on Instagram. And
Oh,
I've checked, I've been on Instagram, but I just have never really got hooked on it.
I will second that. I have switched from Facebook to Instagram just over
Instagram's
the
yeah,
last month
get
or
on it.
two, really. Yeah.
Get on it. I'm on
Yeah,
it a lot. It's
I've
got
heard
lots
that,
of
but it
poetry.
just never hit me. So I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah, get on there, Cal. It does.
Right.
It has a lot of great poetry sites. Lots of journals are posting on there regularly. I love Instagram. I
Like
mean,
a site called Ars Poetica, which is kind of a
Yeah.
it's not a very original name. It's ars.poetica.us. And I've followed it a long time ago, but I haven't really paid much attention to it. But I'm going to pay more attention to that, see what
Do it.
wonders I find there.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Cal. We are ending with Bob, and I am getting my full attention ready, Bob.
Yeah, it's a very short one,
I know it is.
very new. What? What is missing from the picture is tomorrow.
Mm.
Mm.
Can you read that again?
Sure.
Yeah.
What? What is missing from the picture is tomorrow.
Bob, I always enjoy your work. That was
Thank
lovely.
you.
Oh,
We did a whole book of Bobisms.
I know, right? Oh,
We could easily
so
do that.
good.
We should just start writing them down, and we're going to send them to you, Bob, and say, now we want you to send this out and publish it.
Right? So good, so
Yes.
good, so good.
Yeah, I enjoy everyone's unique contribution. But I always have to prepare myself for Bob, because Serena, what I used to do is I'd start to type something thinking I had time. By the time I got there, I'd be like, wait, I might have missed something. I cannot think. I have to focus, which is hard for me with with ADD. I'm going to read a poem since we have a moment, and so it's a
Yay!
new one. Yeah, thank you. It's called Titrate and Pendulate. Not the spring shower, but the pastures afterward, green competing with itself, wild blackberries, native yarrow, and true wild strawberries with their yellow flowers. Sometimes my fields flood, and I slip in mud to my ankles, walk out of my boots still stuck in the muck, and hop sock-footed into the run-in shelter. There are moments I cannot stay in my life. I sway between a rocky island and the waterway, where backwaters meet the ocean, where I could be swept away. Where are the places of refuge we build for ourselves? Warm stone on the riverbank, the path through the forest you've worn to dirt, the smallest weed, the field matter, a white star shining in the still damp grass. You see it?
Oh, oh my
Thanks,
goodness.
guys. Yeah, thank you.
Great. I was starting to
That
type
took-
and then I'm like, I'm going to miss something.
It took my breath away. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, because that's from the new book that I'm working on and almost done. It's been awesome to be in your good company.
So
Everybody was
next,
fire tonight.
so when is your book celebration going to be?
I'm hoping in the fall, Serena. I'm really hoping
Very good.
my publisher I sent it to him, and normally Scott gets back to me. Oh, this is getting videotaped. He's gonna be like, "What?" But he's taken a little while. I'm like, "Oh no, I hope this doesn't mean that he doesn't like this book."
That's
it's called The
crazy
Long
talk.
Apprenticeship.
Crazy.
No, I know, and he wrote to me and said it's going to take a while. I mean, he's got so much going on, but
Yeah.
The Long Apprenticeship is what the title is, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, so
Can't wait.
oh, I can't wait to be like I'm still in the midst of like obsession with the book, but I'm ready. Like I'm ready for it to be out
Yeah.
in the world, and you just get to a certain point where it's like you've had the conversation over and over again with these poems, and trying to see like the larger architect of a book. And I'm grateful for Weymouth. And by the way, just a reminder, if you're in North Carolina, go take a week at Weymouth. Send in your application. And Serena, for people that are elsewhere, like Virginia, we can still go because they have a cottage called Lamont Cottage, and that is open to national or international. And Bob, this would work too. It's the Lamont Cottage has 4 beds, and they are separate from Weymouth proper, the big house where the Literary Hall, the North Carolina Literary Hall of Fame is. But I kid you not, that was the first time I had done it. I served on the board, was always too busy to really take a week off, and I am shocked what a difference it made. I knew the place was haunted. I didn't know that they were going to help you write.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, good. That's good to know. Yeah, I knew it was
Yeah, I
haunted, but I
didn't
didn't
know.
know if it was, yeah.
And they do. It's like it is. I mean, I had heard that from other writers. Other writers had said you will get so much work done. And I'd only ever been on one other residency when I went to Ireland, and I had such extreme writer's block.
Oh, no.
Extreme. Yes. And all I did was eat. By the end of I was only there 10 days. By the end of it, I fit nothing. I had to go to an Irish thrift store
Ah.
to get some pants so I could ride comfortably home on the plane.
Hilarious.
Some poems. I'm exaggerating, but so
Oh,
if you
that's
need a
funny.
link for Weymouth to their applying, I would be really happy to do that, and really encourage you. You know, if you're at a point where you think this would be just so nice to have that week, it is well worth it. Well worth it.
First time I spent a night there between a board meeting and an annual meeting, I think it was the awards meeting. I thought it was haunted, but it turned out Bill Griffin was there and I hadn't known that.
Well, Bill Griffin will take you outside and show you where the spiders are looking at you.
Oh, the
Also,
spike
it was-
diamonds
he
in
has
the
ghost stories
woods.
It
down
was
in the
definitely a
Yes.
good
basement.
experience. If
Yeah.
there's
Such
a
a
good ghost for Weymouth, it would be Bill.
oh,
Okay,
so
I
good.
put the link to the residency in
Oh,
the
Laura, thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
because
Laura,
and
you are
I'm the
Lamont
link
Cottage,
queen.
yeah.
you are amazing. You keep us organized and keep it moving. So if you
Yeah.
don't already know about it, click on that. Lamont Cottage. It has 4 bedrooms and it's handicap accessible, and it's where Catherine stayed before she got married and moved in. That's where they lived while they were building the other house. So a
Oh,
lot of
nice.
history. And the longleaf pines are everywhere. There's 1,000 acres behind their Weymouth Woods. The oldest longleaf pine in the entire world that was planted sometime in the 1500s is back there.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
Still a
that.
horse
Yeah.
farm? Does anybody still
Huh?
raise horses?
Oh, yeah, the harness track is
I-
still active, and actually there are now horses again on the property. That's where the hunt began. It has returned. The Moore County Hounds has returned to Weymouth after many years of not doing much with on the grounds. And there's a hunt breakfast every year now. And there's also the stables now have horses in it, and they do they teach girls at risk youth about horse riding and horse care, horse husbandry and connection, and it's just lovely. It's like 6 horses right down the lane.
It's nice.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. And Serena, thank you. And make sure if you did, I'm gonna put the link in there one more time for this is Serena's book, latest book, World of Books is where I put it, but you could get it elsewhere. I just wanted to choose something that I thought might be a benefit and not go into Jeff
Not
Bezos'
Amazon.
pockets.
Yeah, not in
Yeah.
Bezos' pockets. Thank you.
Yeah.
My
All right,
daughter,
guys, be well.
I was asked
Mhm.
about horses for my daughter Katie, who lives way out in Portland, but she's the designer for everything I do and illustrator, and she's a genius.
Yeah, she's
And
amazing.
she
I
is
remember her.
now doing polo. It's her,
Oh,
Oh, that's
it's her
awesome.
latest thing. She's
that's cool.
Fabulous.
Well, tell her if she wants to redneck
Those
it
like
up,
horses.
Kind of
she
highbrow,
can go
isn't
to
it?
polo cross, which is lacrosse on horseback.
Oh,
Right. Well, my
It's for the
the
less
son that told me to
fancy
switch
folks.
to the son that told me to switch to Instagram was All-State Lacrosse in North Carolina.
We would have taught him how to ride so he could be our ringer in a polo cross, which you can see at the harness track in Pinehurst sometimes, usually in September. Speaking of which, in September, North Carolina Poetry Society is supposed to be having their event in Eastern North Carolina. Just as a heads up, we're going to be celebrating Keith Flynn. Celestine Davis has 2 awards, Community Impact and then Sweet Tea, with Down East Flick Fest, which also does video poems, a contest. And Keith will be receiving the Community Impact Award and the Sweet Tea for our artistry.
nice.
So
Oh, nice. So
more to
where
come as that.
exactly have they figured out a venue for this yet?
Okay, they're looking at ECU at the theater. Oh my gosh, my brain just went completely. I can tell you in just a second. And then
Okay.
also Greenville Museum of Art is what I think.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes, it would. But Celestine, she's so good. It's the Faulkner Gallery. And the parking would then be free. There'd be some benefits. The parking near the museum is a little harder for a larger group, but it's still doable. But I think that's where we're starting
Dorm
first.
mates does trying to say
That's 10 minutes from my house.
video
That'll be
poems.
perfect.
Yay.
Yes.
All right,
Is
guys,
that
be
the right
well.
term for the video poems? All of a sudden my mind went blank.
That happens.
But did you call them video poems, right?
Video poems, yes.
Okay.
Which has a long history. Allen
I know what she
Ginsberg,
does.
you
I
know.
just forgot. I was unsure of what they're
Yeah,
called.
and what-
I'm
Yeah,
I'm starting
so
to lose the word every now and then, unfortunately.
well, if you look up Down East or Flickfest or DEFF and Celestine, it'll come up, the website will. And if you have ever thought about doing a video poem, I suggest you do it and enter it into the contest. She's been running this for over a decade. And I'm real glad that Keith has been chosen to receive these awards.
That's cool.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to miss Asheville Poetry Review. Their last issue will come out this fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Keith is stepping away from that. So
oh gosh.
after 30 years,
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
I didn't
one.
hear what I didn't
Keith
hear
is
what
stepping
was
away from Asheville Poetry Review.
Uh,
yes.
That's a
last
bummer.
issue for Asheville Poetry Review.